You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
All right. Well, welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Dusty Giordano, and it is Monday, April the 10th, 2023. How is everybody? Huh? Good, great, good. I said I was going to do it. I messaged him. I didn't hear back yet. He doesn't have a way to DM him on Twitter. So I had to leave a message. I didn't see any DMs. You know how people have it? It says you want to send a message. He doesn't have that on his. Nobody can contact him unless he knows you, I guess, or you go to the website. I didn't think about doing that yet. So I just wanted to ask him. Why are you doing background checks? I think that's extremely curious, and I wanted an answer before the show, but maybe for tomorrow, maybe during the show. I don't know. I think, in my opinion, it's dangerous to give your private information to somebody just because they want your UFO evidence. And MUFON does this. MUFON was doing, I don't know if they still do, background checks on people because they wanted, and they were finding out what drugs people were taking, what their condition is. They broke all sorts of HIPAA laws. Actually, they did, because MUFON's responsible for keeping that stuff private, which they might have. But when Bigelow bought all that information, if you submitted something to MUFON, they sure as hell did a background check on you. If it was serious UFO, right? That's what people were mad about a couple of years ago. And I think Lehto is taking a chance doing that. I mean, who is he? Because you know why they do it. They want to see if you're loopy. They want to see if you're a manic depressant. They want to see if you have mental issues, mental breakdowns, if you have, I don't know, seizures. And you know what I mean? And I'm not sure if he thinks that's normal. I'm not saying it's not good to have. It's good to have. That information is good to have, but there's, ways to go about it, I think, that are morally wrong. This is all on my opinion. I think that's dangerous. I say don't trust him. Who the hell is he to do background checks? I don't know what kind of, that's why I offered to talk, to get an answer. But I haven't seen one. And I had to leave a reply on one of his tweets asking him about it. Well, that's the first attempt. I just decided to do that before the show. But I looked into a lot of different things, and nobody gets that information. Nobody. Just MUFON does. And I don't know if anybody else does, to be honest. But doing a background check because somebody sent you a UFO video, that's just above and beyond their pay grade. Who are they to do that? Seriously. I don't think it matters to an extent. To an extent. Once the UFO is verified, go meet the guy. Don't pull his background. Go out there and meet him. Do a background check on the guy. I would hate that. I would hate that he did that. If he did that to me, I'd be pissed. I'm like, why? Why would you look into my background? Well, we wanted to see, what kind of, if you're not just some guy looking to make a buck. I mean, hey, look in the mirror, guy. You're the one who's in this field, asking for support and everything else. You're the one who's writing the books. You're the one who's in the TV show and documentaries. Talk about making money, Jack. You just want to cover your ass. And this isn't the way to do it. This is not the way ufology is supposed to be. I started right out the gate tonight, didn't even do roll call. Just went right into the show. But I see everybody here. I will do a quick roll call and jump right back into this. Celtic Hammer, how you doing? Brookers, Rebecca Wiles, the wild one. Giddy Up 409. Andy Cowley, how you doing, Mr. C? Ben, the Yorkshire Goophonian. Sounds so good. Denbob, how you doing, Mr. Loopy? Mike J, what do you say, Mr. Johnson? Alien Outlaw with the one in each name. How you doing, Chief? Good to see you. David Wilcox is here. Buenos Aires. Diane Boss. It is crazy with an E. Stewart, how are you? And welcome to the show, Diane B. I meant to rhyme it and I couldn't do it right. Damn it. Alfie Joe Bob into the hour. What do you say there? Search and Destroy. How you doing? Moonlight. What do you say? Andy Cowley. Did I say it? I'll say it again. Welcome to the show. Everybody. Let's go. Moody Mongol. Jeanette Angel. Stephen A. What do you say? Welcome to Tuesday. Tomorrow. It's Monday today, you dipwit. I know, but I was trying to rhyme. Stop talking to yourself. People are watching. I know. I don't care. Yes, you do. No, I don't. All right. All right. Where is it? Oh, no. Richie. Ah, Jesus. I did it. I can't believe it. You sisters. I don't understand why. This is not fair what just happened. Oh, there it is. So, welcome to the show, everybody. We're going to get moving on. Now, if I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means we got the show to do. Mr. McLeese, how you doing? Good to see you. And we're just moving. What's up, DB Property Maintenance? Good to see you. I've never seen you here before, but welcome to Goof On. Lisa B in the house. What do you say? How do you be? Nathan from the Quantum Show. How you doing, Chief? And Michelle. Bernie Muro. What's up, everybody? All right. Stephen A., I know I said I'll say it again anyway. What's up, Brett S.? Wayne! I've interviewed Chris. He lives in Portugal. Very good guy. But since he started UAP Society, he's been busy and might be trying to protect himself. I don't know. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm saying it's a mistake. You don't do that and then tell everybody. I don't like it. It shows authoritarianism in a way. It does, but it doesn't. It's just, it doesn't make sense. Like, who is Lehto to say, I'm going to do a background check on this guy? We did a background check. You guys saw the video I played yesterday. I don't have it ready to go to play again, but I'll pull it up here in a minute. No. I won't. I think I might. But when he said that, I played it 3 times to make sure I wasn't hearing things, because I'm like, whoa, man, did he just say we did a background check on this guy? I don't know if he said and everything checked out okay, something like that. But I mean, to say it, it just blew me away. It was like, I can't believe it's like putting the needle back on the record. Like, what did I just hear? You know? Yeah. We'll be throwing down into thin air tonight for a few minutes. New video coming up at the top of the hour. You don't want to miss that one. But it's weird to me. It's weird. In 19 years, even when MUFON was doing it, I didn't know they were doing it. You know what I mean? People just sent their information in and accepted whatever was asked. Here's the form, fill it out. We need this information or else we won't post your UFO. And, some people really want people to know about their UFO or their experience. And they'll, social security number. What's the harm? It's just MUFON. I'm submitting a UFO report. That's how most of the people think. We, who might know better, won't do that. At least I hope not. I think I almost lost my head. Mr. Wilhelm, been a few days, business trip, just catching up on the love. Hey man, you did every night. Thank you so much. Rob, you were throwing it down, right? Wasn't he? Man, it felt like you were. I don't know. You're amazing. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're here. Glad the trip was okay. Glad to see you. Obviously, no. It's really nice. Thank you very much. Is that the first one of the night? It is, isn't it? That's the first super chat tonight? I don't remember another one. Thank you very much. Yeah. Well, you can help support the show the same way. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. If you can do PayPal, that'd be great. If not, that's okay. But, wow. Oh, no. There. Thank you, Mr. Wilhelm. Rob for $50. Been a few days business trip, just catching up on the love. Gosh. This is the way. It is? It is now. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it, man. Mucho gusto, generoso. Lisa B, throwing it down. Looking good for a seat. You son of a bitch. How dare you stop saying I'm old? I don't want people to know. I want them to think I'm 39, 45-ish. That's what I hear. Hey, you don't look a day over 50, 40. Keep going. 38-ish. All right. I almost aimed them towards that number. Oh, Lisa, thank you. You're a sweetheart. But I don't know. You might want to get glasses. That's all I'm saying. Or put me up on the big screen. But thank you for being a continuing supporter. Like Mr. Wilhelm over here. You guys doing it all the time. Thank you very much. I appreciate the love. I really do. Don Mofo, too. Don Mofo with his $2 yo. It's yo-yo. What's up, man? How you been? Welcome to the show, too. And thank you for the $2 super chat as well. A continuing supporter of Goof On. Don Mofo. Yep. You guys are really, really super nice to Goof On. I'm not saying I don't deserve it. I'm just saying. Thanks a lot, Lisa, again. Wait, where'd it go? Thank you. I'm old. Well, I won't say how old you are, but you look fantastic. Doesn't she? I mean, you really do. For 79. No, I'm kidding. Hey, oh, I got the mic over here. I got the mic. I got the power. Winning. That's right. Daddy, get out of here. There you go. Thank you. Oh, he's disappointed, Lisa. He's disappointed. He's disappointed. Holy crap. Lou just time jumped to Wyoming. 1888. Look how good he looks. God, that is a man's man. Hey. Hey, you know, Goof On lives. I don't know what we're doing with it, but don't worry about it. All right. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. Oh, wow. What's this? Goof On, best show on YouTube. Hey, I don't know. It will be eventually. You'll see. I promise. I promise. You'll see. You'll see. Hey, you got to mold. You got to make. This is 20 years in the making almost. 17. Hey, it takes a while to get to the top. You got to really hone your craft. I have a long way to go. And I don't have a lot of time to get there. But there's a 5-year plan. Yeah, the 60 and out. But I won't be out. $20. Jeanette Angel throwing her 20. I almost said dollars, but it's actually better. It's a quid. Or 20 quid, 20. It's a super dono. For those who don't know, a donation with no emoji or written anything is a dono. It's just pure love. Not that sensitive. Thank you, Jeanette. A continuing supporter of the goof. I am Richie Goof On, Lord of the Manor, King of the Castle, Truthology for ufology. Don't forget it. And you know, I don't care about the other people. You know that. All that, you know, when they do their shows and they make fun of people and they call them out and they do a half-assed job of it, they got to make up lies to fill in the blanks and say they debunked when they really just they never bunked anything. All they did was D. That's it. You did the D part, right? You deformed us into the narrative you wanted us to believe, which is a lie because you don't have all the evidence, and that's how they do it. Nothing worse than a lying hoaxer. A person who hoax UFO videos is on an upper level compared to the guy who says he's a debunker, Scambian, and then lies to fill in the blanks. That guy's been in a lot of potential trouble with other YouTubers and people he's talked about. He's made it public. I'm not saying anything that's outlandish or a lie. He's told it. He said it. He was proud to say, I was told to cease and desist. I was told to not play this video. I was told if I play this, I could be sued. He was happy about that because he stirred the pot, but he lies. And they said no lying. I didn't do that. I just said it here. I didn't have my lawyer send anything over and say, hey, you can't do that. Hey, bad publicity is good publicity when you're Goof On. But this is the problem with ufology. It's channels like his, not mine. It's channels like Alien Addict who purposely set up drama because that makes him happy. He said it. Those are his words, not mine. And I'd sit there and go, ha, you are that drama guy. Yeah. No wonder why I'm here, I'm thinking. I'm like, because you're expecting me to blow up once or get animated. Yeah. How's that working out for you? Good family man he is. Alien Outlaw. Thank you, Jeanette. Alien Outlaw throwing down the $1 super dono. There's more love in there than you could shake a stick at. Uh-oh. That's a message from the emergency group. The emergency... Oh, it is. What? What is that? Why? I don't understand what just happened. Never mind. I can't tell you. But thank you, Alien Outlaw, for the super chat. Super dono. Mucho gusto and a continuing supporter of Goof On is what I'm trying to say. Thanks again. SoCal Squatchers here. Glenn Collins. All right, let's get back to what we were talking about. Thank you, everybody, for the continuing support. Appreciate that. So I talked a little bit last night about it. And then I thought about it today. I almost didn't even do this thumbnail. Didn't know if I should talk about it. You know what? Can you just give me a moment? I know I don't do this that often. But I want to find the video that I played last night. It won't take long. And it's from his show. It'll be here in a second. Oh, and I also have Third Phase of Moon sent me an unbelievable video of Greer on the Joe Rogan Experience. It's a while back. I can't wait to talk about that with you guys. Yeah, that was really interesting, actually. All right, here's the video. Is it? Oh. Where's my... Was it? Here it is. Okay, God dang it. Oh, wait, this isn't it. Well, I'll just go get it from his channel. I don't know why that has to be there. Yeah, here it is. Oh, I already had it. All right, so let me back it up a few seconds because that's what he says here. Let me just listen in. Pulling it up. There we go. All right, I got it up. Hey, careful. That's what she said, Chana. Here we go. He said I was doing some investigating with Ross Cuckold.
I got a video here. I'll share it in a second from a... He doesn't want to be public. Anonymous guy from Australia. Let's see. And he says he's autistic. He doesn't like crowds and he doesn't want to talk to anyone about this. He wants to remain totally
all red
anonymous,
flags.
But I verified him. I basically checked out his identification. We did a background check on him in Australia.
The guy doesn't want to be known. He wants to remain anonymous. So we looked up his identification and broke his Fourth Amendment right. Oh, wait, he's in Australia. He ain't got the same rights as we do here in America. Oh, yeah. That's interesting. And he's autistic. No, I was right in talking about this today. I was right in making it that public. That's wrong. I know, I said it last night, but I'm saying it as a big, shout out to the guy who did it. That is just, it's wrong on every level. Who are you to get his identification? The guy says, I don't want to be known. I want to remain anonymous. The first thing that Chris Lehto does is gets the guy's information and does a background check in Australia. Don't you find that? I mean, are you okay with this? Did he ask him? Did he get his permission? He didn't say he did. He didn't say, I asked this guy's permission, like Third Phase of Moon always says. We got a video here tonight, and with the permission of the experiencer, we're going to show you this video. He didn't say anything like that, Chris Lehto. I know I listened to it 20 times to make sure what I say tonight is valid, and it is. And that makes me a little curious about why. Did he take advantage of a guy with autism?
One about this. He wants to remain totally anonymous, but I verified him. I basically checked out his identification. We did a background check on him in Australia, and then Ross Coulthart did a full interview with him, as well as me. Me and Danny interviewed him, and I mean, it sounds legitimate. So now we're just trying to verify the video. Kind of get your take on it.
First of all, you know the video, right? And you know that people are saying that this is a toy drone, the handheld drones that you could throw up and they come back. Hold on. I forgot something. Hold on. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. 10 seconds. I'm coming. Here we go. Coming back. Here I come. Hold on. Don't get angry. I just disappeared. Daddy's here. So these. Told you. I got one too. And I don't know if mine is charged. So let's turn it on and see if it has the same colors. Let's take that out. I don't know if it's going to work. Hey, it did. Can you, oh, that's green. You can't see it. But it does have the same colors. It's green, but it probably looks... What color is it? White? White. And then, let me see if I can make this change colors. Oh yeah, there's purple or dark blue. And then red, green, yellow, and blue. Or purple, red, green, purple, red, green. That's it. Anyway, that's it. But that's the UFO. And there was writing apparently on the inside of it. Mine's not the same exact one that the guy had. Ted Rowe had here. He didn't have it. I don't know. Let's see. I don't see any writing on mine anywhere on the inner rings. Let's see if that is upside down. Oh yeah, no. I don't have any writing on any of my rings. But this guy's little drone had some supposed alien writing on it. Come on. I mean, it's so ridiculous. And Chris Lehto is all chips in with this sighting. He thinks it's the real deal. Still talking about it today. He thinks it's real. Nope. Nope. Sorry. The evidence just doesn't match up. But I don't like that where. And now he's like Corbell. See, that's the thing. It's hard to find real UFO evidence that is undeniable. This video is terrible. It's one of the worst that's been promoted in a long time. This is worse than Jeremy Corbell, anything really. This is bad. This is so bad. It's, to me, if you listen to this interview, it's like the biggest joke on ufology today. It is. It's a joke. They're pulling a joke on us without acting like it's a joke. They're doing Jerry Springer. Who said that today? I think Third Phase of Moon said ufology is like Jerry Springer. It is. It is. Yeah, I talk to them a lot. So what? But it is. It really is. Every day. Like, I got an email, and I really appreciated this person. I won't say who it is. And they're like, no, it wasn't an email. It was a comment in last night's video. And they were talking about, I don't know, maybe quality versus quantity about me going every day. Maybe it waters down what I'm doing. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe you're right. The only reason I went 7 days because we were locked down. What else was I going to do? So we went 7 days and I stayed with it. I got used to it. It's not tiresome at all. But if I go longer than 2 hours, it's not easy. Mentally draining. Mentally after that point. I know, right? But anyway, I may go back to just 5 days a week, starting in June, when I open up the store on June 21st. You know that's coming, right? First day of summer. 21st, 22nd. I like the 21st. But yeah, the Goof On store will be a thing. And then I'll drop it down to 5 days a week. This way I can get out and not have to rush back home or worry about doing a show on the weekends. I like doing them on the weekends. I don't know. But there'll be something, at least. It'll be better to make videos on the weekends. Really, it opens up a lot. All right. There's nothing else I can say about Chris Lehto. What he's doing really needs to be considered as something bad. I think, you see, this is what I'm talking about. So he does this, gets this guy with probably got his permission. But to even ask somebody, hey, because it didn't sound like he asked. He didn't say we asked if we could do a background check. He says the guy says he wants to remain anonymous, so I got his name. I did some research and found his name or something like that. What?
So I've been doing an investigation with Ross Coulthart.
Mm-hmm.
I got a video here. I'll share it in a second from he doesn't want to be public, anonymous guy from Australia. Let's see. And he says he's autistic. He doesn't like crowds and he doesn't want to talk to anyone about this. He wants to remain totally anonymous, but I verified him. I basically checked out his identification. We did a background check on him in Australia. And then Ross Coulthart did a full interview with him.
He didn't say he got his permission, but I'm pretty sure he did. Because he's bragging about it. I know, you're going to say he's not bragging about it. Shouldn't have got it. Shouldn't have done that. That's what I mean. That's what I'm telling you. That's what Lou Elizondo did to ufology. Usually somebody would do a background check on you when they're trolling you and trying to make you look silly, and you know what I mean? What these people did was for a UFO video that's awful. It's absolutely awful. It's not even in the good. The video is so suspect on every level, From the way it was shot, how it was shot, what was being said, the color of the lights are mundane. That's man-made stuff. Who are we fooling here? Who were we fooling? It's really annoying. And this Ted Rowe guy, please, this guy's is crooked. Crooked Rowe. Yeah. Yeah, I think he is. My opinion, I'm sticking to it. Never a big fan of Rowe. Row right out of ufology. Not a big fan, especially after this. But should not be getting information like that. It's terrible. Doing a background check. How about this? What if he didn't tell the guy? What if he did that to you? I don't think you need a social security number to do a background check. Do you? A real one you do, but can't you pull somebody's information up just with the name and address and pay the $5 and get the one-time information thing? You know what I mean? They have those. I don't know how accurate they are because I've used them and I did it for myself. And it's inaccurate. 100%. There's a guy who has the same exact name as me, and people think that's me. And they used to talk about it all the time. This guy in Chandler, Arizona. I'm like, that poor guy, because nothing's in my name. Nothing was in my name, not even the house. So you couldn't find me that way. Unless you got my driver's license information or my social security number, then you could find me, right? So there's ways. There's ways. It's not hard. A guy like Lou Elizondo, easily. And Chris Lehto, easily, with all the connections he's made throughout the years. See, we're working against, and I say against because these people believe the opposite of what I believe. And some of you, and I'm not saying Chris Lehto is doing bad work. I never once said that. I think he's doing very good work, except for this. I don't like this part. And I think that's strange that he just said that out loud, like it's normal. We did a background check on this guy. You did what? Why would you say that? Just say, we vetted the guy. All right. If you're saying you vetted him, you vetted him. That's good enough for me. I don't need to hear. Now I have to put in the question, what do they really want? What do they really want? I'm talking about Chris Lehto and the other people who were on that show, and also Cuckold and what's the other guy's name? His partner there? Weinstein? No. This is dangerous. And I'm sorry. I really am, Mr. Lehto. Because, you're a hero. You flew. You protected our country. I respect that as much as the next guy. But when you're in my field talking about shit like this and acting like it's every day, I need to know why. I need to know why you think you can get somebody's background information and use that to verify foot. How does that verify anything? So what if you found out the guy was arrested and went to prison for a year for whatever, driving drunk, who knows? All right. Well, what if that happened? Would you have posted this video? No, he probably wouldn't have. He would have said, if anybody finds out about this guy's DUI in the past, he's got issues. No way are we going to talk about this video. That's what they're doing. It's all about protecting themselves. It's not about the greater good. And we've seen that now. That's proven. Thank you, Chris. You just proved what you are about. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know why he's here. But I want to know, who the hell are you to do a background check for a UFO video? Oh, I'm going to drag this out. Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. Does anybody agree? I mean, I know you guys agree, but does anybody disagree? Are you okay with this? I should have put a poll up. That's what he said. Shut your mother effing mouth. Oh no. It's back. Invisi chick. Hi, Invisi. How you doing? Not much for words, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Get off my leg. Come on, chickie. Anyway, it's bad. I just talked seriously for 25 minutes and then all of a sudden pulled the chicken out. Really good job, Rich. Way to hold that credibility tight. This is why people don't like GoofOn. He jokes at the wrong time. Can't be joking during a serious conversation. God forbid. God forbid somebody laughs at the wrong time or thinks I'm an idiot at the right time. Hey, all right. That's it, man. I've got nothing else to say. I'm not going to drag it out as I want. I want to keep saying it over and over and over, just like they do their stuff. Just like they repeat things over and over and over and over and over and over until it's in your brain. It's a threat. It's a threat. It's a threat. How many years have we heard it's a threat with impunity? It's a threat with impunity. And then now we don't hear about that threat at all. The threat? Ha! What threat? We got Arrow. We're good with that now, right? We got Arrow? Well, we don't need to talk about the threat. We got Arrow. That's why we talked about the threat, so we could get Arrow. And then what happened to the threat after we got Arrow? Non-existent. Exactly. But Jeremy Corbell's trying to keep that activity alive with the unverifiable stories of UFOs being shot down by our military in war-torn regions or something where we have ground troops. We have to protect them from the UFOs. So much so, we're shooting at them with impunity. Oh, I went there. I just weaponized my friggin' brain. How do you like that, Corbell? Put that in your pipe and blow it out your ass. Check this out. This is like 10 years old.
Be secret, and people that would know
7 years ago
who to talk to about these things if they did think it was a black ops.
Right.
But they knew.
Right.
In my opinion, that video is probably one of the most important videos ever.
Right.
When it comes to extraterrestrial life or the idea of extraterrestrial life visiting Earth, because the conversations that I've ever had, that I've always had with rational people, especially rational people who are not obsessed by aliens like I've been my whole life, but rational people who just, I don't know if it's real or not, but where's the evidence? I'm sure there's alien life out there. Has it visited us? Probably not, right? When you see that video and you see those high-ranking military guys, one after another, give these very not just believable, but they're spooky. These are spooky stories because the way they're talking about them, you could see in their face the emotions as they're recounting the sheer, to use a word, alienness of their experience.
Right.
We had never really seen anything like that before. It had always been, well, I guess they probably could be out there, but who knows? When I watched that video, it was a real shift, because it was one of the first things that I ever saw that made me really stop and think. There's a part of everybody that doesn't want to get duped. Right. And when it comes to a subject, especially an important subject like UFOs, there's a part of everybody that goes, you want to call bullshit right away, because you don't want to be the last guy to call bullshit. You don't want to be the guy who believes, and it turns it's bullshit. Oh, you dummy. You believed it. You were the first guy believing it, man. You want to be the first guy to call bullshit. It's always a cooler position. And if there was alien life,
David Wilcox
that had visited the Earth, excuse me, what evidence would they leave behind? What would you know in your day-to-day existence?
Here we go.
How much of it would you know? Almost nothing.
Right.
Almost
nothing.
Particularly
when it's getting hoovered up by a very well-organized and well-funded intelligence program,
including the Project Blue Book, which was run by Dr. J.
Yeah, listen to this part.
That was a cover story. The Project Blue Book was really a little office where they were putting things in there and making it sound like they were really investigating. Meanwhile, there was a unacknowledged project, what we call a black project, but the proper name is an unacknowledged special access project, or USAP. And the USAPs running this have been around since the 40s, very well funded, working on these issues, working on the technology, studying how these things are going from one star system to another. And that's the sort of thing that we've been drilling down on for about 22 years.
So the Project Blue book that was run by Dr. Hynek, is that was his name?
Yeah, Dr. J. Allen Hynek, right. He was an Air Force guy, astronomer that the Air Force engaged to do that. And later, he came out and admitted that that was all just sort of a dog and pony show.
And he also became a huge UFO believer, which is really fascinating because most of the stories...
That's right. J. Allen Hynek went into this field to debunk and I don't know, discourage people by always coming up with something scientifically sound. So if he said it, it must be true. Swamp gas, cloud anomaly, lens flare, right? And people bought into it, but not everybody. The people who know, who saw these things were like, Mr. Hynek, it just seems very disrespectful that you're saying this is swamp gas when we know what we saw. How dare you do that to us? You're really, and you know, he kept hearing these people begging for him to just stop doing this for the government and do it for the right thing. And he started to realize, he started seeing this stuff and he started believing. And he did. And he wound up being a big believer and couldn't do the job the way the government wanted to. Yeah, he was still debunking stuff, but he didn't believe it. He just came up with logical sounding enough that he could even trick the government into thinking he was still doing his job. But deep down, he believed there was some sort of strange anomaly. And that's why he'll go down in history as the grandfather of ufology, the father. Excuse me. Grandfather? No, he's the father of ufology, in my opinion.
That they investigated in Project Blue book.
David Wilcox sent in $20, and that was a little bit ago, about 30 minutes exactly. I'm sorry, I didn't hear any tone come in for it, so thank you for that on PayPal, brother. Yeah, and he says, hey, a little like instant cash, never hurt nobody, a goosh. I added the goosh, but thank you very much, Mr. Wilcox. You hit me right where I live. Thank you. I mean, that's a good thing. Yeah, man. Appreciate it. I like this interview with Greer because he's gonna, I can't play the whole 2 hours and 50 minutes, but what time is it? Yeah, in 5 minutes. We got Into Thin Air coming up. But here we are talking about Greer. I like when Greer talks about the CE5 because it's funny how he talks about it. You'll see. Let me get there.
And it's a criminal. It's outrageous that, you know, just because you're the CIA director, just because you're Secretary of Defense, but yes, and
you can do that at any time.
Oh, here we go. Oh, and he talks about aliens, talking to aliens.
That, you know, just because you're the CIA director, just because you're Secretary of Defense,
here we go,
or on the Senate Intelligence Committee means nothing.
Close enough.
And even the president. So the reason those folks invited me to come up there is that the year before, I had taken a team of people out on a beach using some experimental protocols to contact these vehicles and the occupants. And 4 of these UFOs popped into the sky, just boom, 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 which we have on videotape. Not great videotape because we didn't have good cameras back then. And there were a couple Air Force officers and pilots there. And this went up through the chain of command. A few months later, the former head of Army Intelligence invites me to a meeting, and then some National Security Agency people do, and one thing leads to another, and I'm being invited to brief the sitting CIA director. So that, you know,
how did you contacted these spaceships?
Well, this gets into a discussion when, you know, that's complex, but yes, and
you can do that at any time.
Well, not at any time, but I think that under the right,
you can do that.
There are protocols, and we developed something called the Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind Initiative, which is when you use a set of they're very controversial protocols that deal with non-locality, the fact that the universe...
This is when he first talks about it to everybody on the planet. It's amazing that this history is right there. I don't know. This is what I think killed Greer. If he never did the CE5, oh my God, I can't imagine the accolades people would be giving him. Can they just please skip over the CE5? Can you guys just forget about it and think about all the other bullshit he talks about? Can we just do that and let the guy be a little more credible than what you think he is? He's not a bad guy. He's just caught up in it, man. Give him a break. He's been caught up in it for 40 years, man. He's stuck in the 60s, man.
Has various dimensions that you can move through to go from one star system.
I can't turn off the drone.
Those dimensions that are at higher resonant fields.
It won't turn off.
Say linear space-time or electromagnetism also interface with what
there it goes. Okay, I got
thought. So the Moody Blues were right when they said thinking is the best way to travel. And there's a component to where, I'm probably going to lose half your listeners right now.
No, you won't. I've got freaks listening.
All right, well, okay,
right now.
all you freaks, listen up and listen up hard.
Yeah,
you can
boy.
develop technologies, and we have these in classified projects now, where you can have what's called a switch that will interface with very intent thought. So it's beyond, forget your iPhone. Now, if you're traveling from one star system to another, that's what you're going to be using.
Oh, hey, thank you, Wayne. When did you throw this one down into... Oh, you just did. Oh, thank you. Huh. Oh, that's what the beep was, but it didn't came in. I just came upon it. You said, and by the way, thank you for the $3.33. Beautiful. On PayPal. Thank you. You say, you're right. And now that Lehto says he did that, everyone else will want to start getting background checks to go on somebody's show or to get anyone to go on their show. Disappointed. Ooh, my goodness. I didn't even think of that, dude. Can you do a background check on me and I'll pay you back? Seriously. I want to know what I haven't checked in since I got into the field, to be honest, because people were trying to find me back in the day in 2005. So I'm just curious. No, I'm joking, Wayne. I mean, I'm not going to pay you back. If you want to do the thing, go ahead. I don't need it, but I'm interested in it. Hey, man, thank you very much for the 333 on PayPal. I don't know. I just happened to look, and there it was. And David Wilcox was there, too. That was pretty awesome. Thanks, guys. Bernie Miro throwing down $2. Ah, that's a super dono. Beautiful. What a beautiful night. You guys are really unbelievable. Thanks again. Hey, John Griffin. How you doing? Justin Menard. John Hines. How you doing, man? Freaking awesome. You still got that profile. I love that eyeball. Hey, thanks, Bernie Muro. Again, continuing. Mucho gusto, generoso. There it is. What's up, John? Nice to see you. Everybody. Greg, how you doing, buddy? Very good to see you. Times Past Television. That's a great name. That is a great name. Welcome to Goof On. Hanging in there. Appreciate it. Who's... Hey, ho, whoa. Oh, you mean... Okay. I learned my lesson a long time ago as a host to not worry about what the chat room says because it ain't gonna be about you, me. And a lot of times I'll see people posting and say, this guy's a lying jerk. And I'm like, oh, it's not me, it's the video. I used to jump on people for that. I'm not a jerk. What do you mean? I wasn't talking about you. Unsubbed. Because I pissed them off. Nah. All right, it is time for I2T into thin air. Let me pull, excuse me, while I whip this shit out. Seriously, where's the video? Oh, here it is. Oh, hey, man. Where? No, I'm being real serious. Where'd it go? Oh, no, it's not it. No, it's not it. Isn't that weird? You guys, oh, is this it? No, it's not it either. That's just bizarre what just happened. I am losing it, though. That's okay. I knew I will. Here we go. From 3 hours ago, guys, I2TA has been talking earthquakes and strange buoy activity for like to tsunamis and stuff like that. Like, are we being tested? Is our patience being tested? Are they testing? I meant to say, are they testing out these things because there may be an event that may be happening, like the big one, or imminent asteroid attack that they're not asteroid attack. Oh, guys, you came at the right time. You came right when I'm at the peak. Yep, I don't get any better than when I was a minute ago. That was it. Now I'm on my downhill. All right, let's just play this into thin air, bringing it every night or whenever there's a new video with permission. You got to love this guy. These videos are phenomenal. 3, 2, giddy up. Hey, that's the wrong one. Go. Boom, boom, boom.
And welcome back, my friends. It is April 10th, 2023, and we have a bunch of stuff to talk about right now. What you're seeing on your screen right now was just a little while ago an M2 class solar eruption from the sun. This is on the left limb of the sun. So this means this is an incoming sunspot that's already showing signs of some pretty intense action.
Thank you, David.
But I caught some crazy anomalies right after this took place. And for those of you that watch this channel on a regular basis, you know we are starting to realize that these anomalies 99% of the time take place just after a solar eruption. Now, I got to take you over to the USGS because we have some pretty significant seismic activity going on. In fact, just moments ago, a 4.5 struck Ferndale, California at 18.1 kilometers in depth. Super shallow earthquake, fairly strong earthquake for this area. And once again, it took place at the cross sections of a few different fault lines. Now, if you remember yesterday, we were talking specifically about the Juan de Fuca fracture zone, the Blanco fracture zone, all within the Cascadia subduction zone. I know that's a mouthful, but that is what these fault lines are called. Also take note of this earthquake that just took place. A 4.0 also downgraded from a 4.5 just 100 miles away from that buoy that we've been talking about that has been going off almost on a daily basis. In fact,
here we
marked
go.
It up for us here on Google Earth so you can see what I'm talking about.
Yep.
The earthquake took place right about here, and then our buoy that has been getting set off or tested or whatever they're doing with this thing, it still makes no sense to me whatsoever, is sitting right at that 90-degree angle of the Juan de Fuca fracture zone and the Blanco fracture zone. And this is a very popular area for earthquakes. So again, in my last video, I was speaking about how they are triggering this buoy over and over and over again, almost as if they're preparing for something significant to take place. Now, before I get into why I believe these two specific earthquakes have taken place, and it involves space weather and the pressure on the Earth's magnetic field, I just want to show you that we are no strangers to what this subduction zone can produce. This was back in 2021 where we had a 50 earthquake swarm on the Blanco fracture zone right at that 90-degree angle we talk about, keeping in mind that buoy is right about in this area, the one that has been being triggered over and over again. And for whatever reason, they are keeping it in the public. They are allowing the website to show this thing going off. And as you can see, finally today, they have not activated the buoy. You can see the last signature right here was on the 7th. For the first time in a significant amount of time, we've gone a few days without the buoy actually being triggered.
Just a quick note, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. What if there's earthquake activity, or not earthquake activity, but maybe there's a crack in the ocean floor that's releasing oxygen, gas, methane, or something. Could that be what's interfering, these bubbles? And I wonder if that could be it. This is an interesting video. So it's a long video today. It's 12 minutes. I'll play another minute, but then you're going to have to go to Into Thin Air to watch the rest. So we'll finish up here. This is really, if you stay on top of this every day and watch the events unfold, you can really see that there were signs that there was a big one coming or something was imminent. And I enjoy these more than I thought I would. I've never been a huge fan of the weather stuff because usually people don't do it right. But Into Thin Air does this better than anybody, I think. So I guess that's why I like it. Here we go. Let's finish out.
But I just find it very, very interesting that we just had a 4.0 downgraded from a 4.5, just like the one in Ferndale, California that just took place, happening close enough to this buoy to where if the earthquake was big enough, would in fact set off that buoy. All right, so I apologize in advance because we got to take this step by step and really understand the progression of events that have been taking place that absolutely lead to seismic activity and or weather enhancement on the earth.
Okay, go check out Into Thin Air. I'll post the link to that video in the show description immediately after the show ends. They should go right up after 5 minutes. So thank you, Into Thin Air. I know I forgot to play the banner on the bottom that says video by Into Thin Air. I can't believe I forgot. And I'm sitting here going, did I forget something? Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Now the message came in for the 333. Isn't that weird? I don't know. Yeah, because when I clicked on it, I accidentally just happened to be on that screen. So it came in, but it didn't register yet. That's funny. Not really. It's just interesting. Not even that. All right. What's this, Rich? Okay, so Chris Lehto, of all people today to play a short video, heard back from Boris Zilyayev so quickly on the UFO activity happening in the skies over Kiev. And I'm not sure if it's Kiev or Kiev, but it's a Kievies type of sound. But here it is. This is a good video, actually. Well, it will be.
Boris Zilyayev.
See?
So quickly, let's just play through the 4 videos in order so we can see it up front. Boris is an astronomer in Kiev. He works at the main observatory of Kiev. And over the past year, he and his team of astronomers have been capturing UAPs, these crazy videos of objects moving faster than we can imagine.
But none of them are good enough for us to say it's not man-made, right? Why? Why does it have to be that way? Because that's the way it is when it's man-made.
Things moving through the atmosphere. Along with that, now they are capturing these videos. So today I'll present 4 videos along with the paper. So I'll go through.
Oh, that's cool. I should start doing these videos, but I never, sometimes I don't know what I'm going to do.
This is exciting stuff.
I don't know, man. Those videos, really? If you look at the first one,
Boris Zilyayev.
This one here.
So quickly, let's just play through the 4 videos in order so we can see it up front. Boris is an astronomer.
Like this. He's looking up at the sky. All right. Is it a UFO? Is it an airplane? The guy might be out of focus. There's a lot of issues here.
Observatory.
Again, issues. Are these balloons?
And
no, of course they're not.
He and his team of
those cannot be balloons. These look like freaking balloons from the freaking sky.
Astronomers have been capturing.
Just people don't know. They don't know what they look like. And look, these are balloons that are losing their air.
Imagine things moving through the atmosphere.
Right? They released all these balloons and recorded it.
So
that's what it is.
4 videos along with the paper. So go through his paper.
Thanks.
To try and glean
they like when I make fart noises. You know what I mean? Like we could be being faked right there. That could be a fake. Actually, seriously, I'm not even joking. They could have taken 4 balloons that were full and just let them go. And that could be what we're seeing in the video. I'm not even kidding. Maybe I'll try that. See if I can duplicate it. I bet you I can. But my balloons would go and it'd be over. Those are spinning around for seconds. So it would have to be an extremely large balloon, like a 20-footer. And I don't know, maybe those are 20-foot balloons that are high up and somebody released them out of an airplane. It could be one of those long tubey things. They released it and it's, just taking its time. We don't know. And I don't trust anybody over there. I know, I'm excited for no reason. Going to give me agita. That's all I need. Another Chris Lehto. And I like Chris Lehto. But he is a little cocky. He's a cocky guy. Well, a lot of those I've noticed, a lot of those pilots, flyboys, they are cocky. But in a geeky kind of way. Right? I know more math than you. Oh, hey, them are fighting words. I will do a math problem faster than anybody can fly. Huh? You heard me. Okay. Let's do this real quick. Because I am a stickler about doing the right thing. Even when nobody's looking. You've heard me say it before. Post-disclosure, Ryan, UFO Jesus, posted this today. Says, I often find intolerance of disagreement problematic because ultimately we all have had opinions that we no longer find acceptable. That we have had opinions that are no longer acceptable. So things we thought of 2-3 years ago, we don't believe that is what he's saying. Okay. Because ultimately we have had opinions we no longer find acceptable, even himself. Okay, got it. At some point, we must see our fellow humans as more than their opinions. Right? This doesn't mean we should try to change the world as we see. Fit. Only that we need to be less trigger happy in despising those that see things differently than us. All right, I agree. I try every day. I try every day. But I think I'm entitled to be that frustrated. Not very many people are in this position. I'm proud of all the work we've done over the years. We may not have the biggest following, but we've got one. And we've got a belief system here that I believe is on the right track of what's really happening behind the scenes. And that is our government is scared shitless of the black budget programs that they're not sure what's going on with the technology that's being created. And they're afraid, if it hasn't happened already, and I think it might have, they're afraid that these black budget guys working there are going to take that technology and use it against the government or however they see fit when they see fit. It's dangerous to have an object that can fly like a Tic Tac is supposed to fly with something attached to it, like a bomb. That's the threat. That's the real threat, isn't it? They're not telling us. And you know what's going on? Maybe, oh my God. I didn't even think of it until now. I don't know if I've ever thought of this. Tell me if you thought of this. What if the Tic Tacs are from the black budget programs, but they didn't tell the government they've got it? But they know all the intimate details of what Fravor was going to do that day. They knew all of the training They knew that whole training mission, what they were doing that day. That's why the Tic Tac was at the CIC point before Fravor got there, if it was the same one. Hard to tell with your first encounter of something that doesn't have any markings and looks like a pill. Seeing the same object, you're just going to assume it's the same one. It read his mind, he said, Fravor. It had to have. How did it know? It knew because that's us. It's the black budget program guys knowing somehow got the training information for that day, knew where they were going to fly, and took advantage of it to show off and intimidate the military. Yes, it is ours. Does the government know that? They're assuming, but they don't know. Wow. It is man-made, isn't it? It is us. Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's China's supposed to be way freaking ahead of us, light years. And when I say light years, you don't take that lightly. Not 2 years, 5 years, 60, 70, maybe 100 years. That far advanced than we are, apparently. I'll say 50 years. That's 10 years would be a phenomenal feat. There's so many strange things going on right now. I think I figured it out. That's how it happens. I finally said something right. After all this time, you throw up enough shit against that wall, something's bound to stick. I'm getting used to that dose. Woo. You make me feel like dancing. I want to dance the night away. I think I figured it out. Mood change. That's right. It was a mood change. Right now we're here. You know what I mean? Doesn't it make you angry though? Doesn't it make you a little bit upset? Doesn't it chap your hide? Seriously. It's the black budget programs doing this to our government. Our government knows it, but can't say it because it ain't China. It ain't Russia. We don't think it's ours. For all we know, it could be paranormal. But Lou said, I'm not even going to quote that fool. Lou said, doesn't matter. You're wrong. He's lying. Doesn't matter. Yeah, meaningless now. Just agree with you does not mean that I hate you. We need to relearn that in this society. Morgan Freeman, 2023. This can't be Morgan Freeman. I won't even try. I can't do it. I've tried Morgan Freeman many, many, many times. I can only get a word here and there, but it's not good. I want you to let's take a look at this. I just like that we caught them lying. And this is one of those videos where we caught and proved that CNN is lying. And they did that with Joe Rogan. I just like looking back on this. It makes me happy to have a win.
And then they changed my filter and turned me yellow on television. Like they took the original video of me and ran it through a filter to make me look horrible. It's really, they did some wild shit. But that wild shit that they did cost them their credibility. I just don't think they understood the landscape when they were doing that.
I don't think they do at all. I think they took an extreme editorial perspective without realizing that's what they were doing.
And then they changed my filter and turned me yellow.
I can't believe they did that. Maybe it was just that person's TV. Come on. No, they did. They changed them. So that was fun. I actually thought that was longer for some reason. Let me see what this is. Oh, right, guys. Oh, my God. Hey, it's 420 somewhere. Somewhere. We love to meet our fans, says Bryant Arnold. Take home a piece of the secret of Skinwalker Ranch, live with the exclusive VIP photo package. Limited availability at each event. Huh? What? The secret of Skinwalker Ranch live? What? Yeah. About the show. Yeah, well, dive deeper into the History Channel's The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch live and in person for the first time on tour. Hear your favorite members of the Skinwalker Ranch team, including astrophysicist Dr. Travis Taylor. Yahoo! Motherfuckers! Principal Investigator and Chief Scientist Eric Bod. Ranch Superintendent Thomas Winterton. That's right. And Chief Security Officer Bryant Dragon Arnold. As they divulge details about their investigation of the world's most mysterious hotspot for UFO and high strangeness phenomenon. From mysterious animal deaths to hidden underground workings and possible gateways to other dimensions. Hear firsthand about the team's close encounters that go beyond conventional explanation and what's next in the attempted quest to reveal the ultimate secret at Skinwalker Ranch. The experts, Dr. Travis Taylor. Dr. Travis Taylor is an engineer who holds a fucking PhD in optical science and engineering and aerospace systems engineering, as well as masters in physics, mechanical, and aerospace engineering and astronomy, and a BS in electrical engineering. This motherfucker for 35 years. Taylor has worked on various programs for the DoD, NASA, and the intelligence community in areas that include advanced propulsion concepts, quantum teleportation, advanced senses and space telescopes, space-based beamed energy systems, future combat technologies and systems, and next-generation space launch concepts, brother. It's fantastic. Who's next, I wonder? Oh, it's Eric Bard. Bard, you got it. Next, Thomas Winterton. Next, Bryant the Dragon Arnold. Let's talk about this guy. Dragon, ooh, is scary. He's scary security office. He's the chief. Ooh, I see a chief at Skinwalker Ranch. Oh, that's a little bit racist, huh? As a trusted friend and advisor to Brandon Fuegel, he is the Führer. You will do as the Fuegel says, or you shall be without a head. For 25 years, he's been friends with him since high school. He's my high school buddy. Hey, I can't make myself get rich and famous, Brandon. Can I hang out with you? What's your name, kid? They call me Dragon. Oh, you're into Bruce Lee? Ha! I'm into Steven Seagal. Look, I wear his clothes. I can't go on. I can't go on. What's that? Classic goof on. Hey, we are the first. We are the first. He is the first. He is the worst. Huh? No. We are the world and he knows he's here. All right, let's check out Boys Will Be Boys. This is, I want you to laugh. So this is it. This is how guys act in our heads when you ladies do this. It's called the innuendo video. In 3, 2, gush.
Stand right here where I am, and then you're gonna nail me.
Oh, for sure! Wait, she here too? Oh, yeah!
Mara's here to offer a little assistance.
Can I help?
We will actually. I thought you wanted in. Wait, why'd you take your shoes off?
Oh, yeah.
I like it with the shoes on. I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees.
It's so stupid.
This is the part where I take some clothes off.
And you want to know what a man is and what a woman is and why we are definitely different? That video right there proves it. I've never seen girls act that well. I have, actually. But usually that's at like a social club for the ladies. You know what I mean? But that's not, women don't act that way. Guys are always like, oh, damn, what did she just say? Oh, yeah, me and my sister kiss all the time. Each other? I don't know if I like that. Wait a second. How old are you? Oh, we're 24. I thought you said you were 25. Didn't she say she was 25? Oh, I'll be 24. Oh, you'll be 24? Yeah, well, I'll be 23 and then I'll be 20. How old are you? Oh, girls, you just got to be honest. Just be honest. And guys, come on. You can do better. That's fun. That was fun. I like those guys. Harassing women in UFO Twitter. Why does this here? Dudes try to debate Lord his way out of taking responsibility for harassing women in UFO Twitter community. Oh. Nick from Coffin Callus? Does anybody know of this person? I've never heard of him. Harassing women in UFO Twitter? Red Panda Koala. How do you define harassment and how am I harassing? Oh, it's Red Panda Koala. No wonder. No wonder. Red Panda Koala, I mean, says a lot of shit. Huh. Yeah, I know. I haven't paid attention to Red Panda Koala in a year, probably 2. You know, you can tell I really meant that by the way I said it. 2. Such a dork. I'm not going to play anything like that. All right. Here is an interesting. Oh. You guys don't care about that. I'll show that after the show's over. Yeah, you guys don't care about that. All right. What's more important, the sighting or experience? And why? So what's more valuable to you in understanding the UAP phenomenon? Is it personal experience or tangible evidence? And why? Oh my God, yeah. I mean, they're equally. I think the personal experience, without a doubt, is the most important. You want to know why? Because nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can delete it. Nobody can lose that. That's in your head forever. Tangible evidence would be the next thing to understanding the UFO phenomenon. Why? Well, I already explained why for the personal experience. That's so obvious. Without the personal experience, there's no story. And without that story, you may never have evidence. And there may be evidence hidden somewhere in that story. I'm not going to say that tonight. I'm not going to say that. I have to talk to some people, see if they want to come on the show. I think there's a few shows I want to have. I want to do the one with Wayne, and I believe his name is Mike, the guy, about the March 8th, 1994 Michigan UFO sighting. Am I right on that? 94, 96, somewhere in there. I also want to have Tim Freestone on the show. Him talk about his stuff. I want to have Nathan on the show. Yep, whenever Nathan can. Maybe Saturday, or we can record it. I know he works when we do the show. There's a lot of interviews I want to do. I want to talk to you guys, but you know how I am. Just weird about it. I want to make sure these are good stories. And you guys all have, especially the Wayne and, is it Guy? That story is my favorite, no matter what anybody says. That's my favorite, one of my favorite of all time. It beats the Phoenix Lights, in my opinion, by a mile. To me, it does. Yeah. In 1973, in Piedmont, Missouri, there was a UFO swarm. There were 4 UFOs videotaped over Salerno, Italy as well. What a year for UFO sightings in 73. When you look back at the history of UFOs and the reports that came in, the 70s are the forgotten decade for amazing UFO reports and sightings. People talk about the 50s and the 60s because it was kind of new, right? Nobody, then in the 80s, videos started coming out a little bit. Then the 90s, the videos came out. But the 80s, to me, was a very, very, very important year. And I think it's one of the most forgotten decades in ufology, the 80s. I think I want to look back at the 80s and check out the UFO reports that came in, because I think the 80s, because that's when I had my, when I was 13, 14, when I had my dreams, abductions, whatever you want to call them, the repeated dream that every time I had it, it got a little longer, just by seconds. It's very strange. But then the 90s, there was a lot of talk about UFOs. And we had the Phoenix Lights. We had a lot of great sightings in the 90s, especially between 95, 96, 97. Fantastic time for ufology. Those 3 years, I think, are probably they rival the best 3 years of any duration, unless you're going to go to Brazil in the 70s, where they attacked those people. That was in 75, 74. I can't remember. I just talked about it. And then you got the 2000s, in 06, the smartphones came out. Everybody was getting a camera at that point. Cameras were out, but they sucked. But they got really good once the iPhone came out rather quickly. That's why I got an iPhone, for the camera back then. But I didn't use it for UFO sighting, for UFO hunting. Anywho, and then if you just zoom in to where we are today, everybody has an opinion. Everybody's an expert. you can't post anything without it being called a fake. If it's too good to be true, it most of the time is fake, right? It's fake. It's too good to be true. Absolutely. Too good to be true. I'm going to pull up, Third Phase of Moon did an interview with Greer. Did I talk about that or did I forget? I think I forgot on my own show yesterday. I don't remember playing it. I played Greer in the beginning of the show, which was phenomenal on that Joe Rogan. All those videos I played, Into Thin Air and anything else from YouTube, all the links will be in the show description when the show ends. Give it 5-10 minutes. I'll have them in there. All right. Before I get to Third Phase of Moon, I think I have a UFO video we need to. We already talked about it. The one that went by the cockpit that looked really clear. It looked like a manta ray. People think it's the best UFO footage ever. I don't know. Something wrong with it. I think it's. I don't trust it. I like the video. That's the thing. I like that video. That manta ray UFO. You want me to show you? Hold on. Tomorrow I really need to play your guys' videos and stuff because I've got some Mars stuff. Wow. I mean, you guys are unbelievable with this Mars. I have to do a whole show on Mars tomorrow. It's huge. Mars, the moon. You guys have sent me so much stuff. It's great. Somebody sent me something today, and it says multiple buildings or something, rows of buildings, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, holy crap. But I want to go on Google Mars. I want to know where it is and I want to see it on the show. I want to go to those coordinates. We may have to start doing that on the show. Search for cities or something, do it live. Let's go look ourselves for 5 minutes. Maybe we spend 5 minutes on the show every day. We look for something. Maybe you guys look for something, send it to me and we talk about it. That's a great idea. If you guys find anything, even on Earth, that's interesting on Google Earth, Google Mars, Google Moon, send me the coordinates and we'll talk at the link and we'll talk about it. Well, I will. Well, you can come on. I guess the person who sends it, if they're wanting to come on, they could for the 5-10 minutes we talk about it. I like that. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Send it to goofonradio@gmail.com. That's how you do it. I know. I saw everybody. I got back to a lot of people today. I still have more to get back to. I didn't realize how many people sent me messages when I was out. I'm really sorry I didn't get to a lot. I'm trying. What was I doing? Oh, I went past it. There you go. No dots either. If you send me dots, I'm going to say thanks, but no thanks. You know why. I'll have to be that way. No dots. No dots. All right. Here we go. I think this is going to be better than you think it is. Wait. Hold on. I'm lost. Oh, I know what I'm thinking about. Never mind. We already talked about it, though. For a little bit. All right. You know what? I like Greer. Let's continue. The movie Endgame to Disclosure, is that what it is? UFO Endgame to Disclosure. And Greer's in it. That's the best, in my opinion, of all three. But I really enjoy Endgame. UFO Disclosure. UFO Endgame 2 disclosure. I keep butchering it today. But just don't give Greer a hard time. Forget the CE5. I know you guys thrive in that CE5. He says he talks to aliens, which I'm going to get back to on the Joe Rogan show after this. It's just interesting to me. He's an adult. He's 64, 65. And he's talking to aliens, man. And he's been doing it since he was a kid. He had a near-death experience, Greer did. And from what I remember the story, he talks about it on here, I think, or in the movie. No, not that much in the movie, but he had a near-death experience and he was supposed to do bigger and better things, I guess. But since then, since he was 18-ish and had that near-death experience, he said he was able to communicate with them when he focused, something like that. I don't know. Let's see what he says. In 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Oh, wait. Oh, hold. I thought I saw that pop up. Andrea Coran, $20. Wow, thank you so much. Richie, you're looking fantastic tonight. Oh. All right. Thank you. You should see me in person. Bleh. It's the lights. That's all it is. I'm all gray. I'm done. Put a fork in me. Oh, I am wearing the Cosmic Cowboy Third Phase of Moon shirt. For those of you who have never seen. Capiche? And can you see it? There it is. Oh, I think I just hurt myself a little bit. Thank you very much. And Andrea Coran. It's a great name. Coran. I like saying it. It's fun. Yo, what's up? AK. Oh, AK. AK. Hey, now, what number would you put after that? I would be AK-42. If anybody knows what 42 is, that's right. Thank you, Andrea Coran, for the $20 super chat. Pure 100% truth. Thank you very much. Hey, who's this guy? Richie, nice new headphones. M8? Oh, mate. I got these last year. These are about a year old. But thank you. Thank you very much. I don't like them. They're so big. I want ones that conform to the head. But it is what it is. Thank you, though. Thank you. I like them. They sound really good. They got this cool little... Ooh, those ridges, when you go like that with your fingernail, it's like nails on a chalkboard. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Grazie. Thank you, Valerian the Mac. The third. And Andrea Coran. Magnolia V12 12 of Lunar Sparkles 1. See? Everybody's got a cool goof on. Hi, I'm Goof on. Dork on.
The Pentagon on this.
Pentagon.
Because, as you know,
that was funny.
In the past 70 years, there have been multiple committees and panels convened, and they've all been dog and pony shows designed to ensure cover-up. So the only way you're going to break that cycle is to have people who do know what the truth is, which is what we're doing, providing them with the intelligence materials and the direct witnesses. And then they can be a check and balance on the publicly acknowledged process, such as this Aero office. So I think that is really important that people understand that is what we're doing and will continue to do. In my opinion, they've made huge strides in the last year and a half. And so our job now is to try to prepare and then bring to Washington, which is what we're doing actively, the military and intelligence and corporate witnesses that are willing to go through the current process. We're hoping a number of them, and I'm making an appeal right now, of them will do that, and then some who are comfortable doing so will come out publicly. Again, we're doing a National Press Club event on June 12th, Monday, June 12th at 2 p.m. So, and there's a conference, a 2-day conference prior to that on June 10th and 11th.
This is what I'm supposed to, I might, well, I want to go to this just like I do other things. I think I'll make it, but this is what where we're going in Washington. Let me backtrack 14 seconds just to hear what he said again. This is
event on June 12th, Monday, June 12th at 2 p.m. So, and there's a conference, a 2-day conference prior to that on June 10th and 11th at the JW Marriott in Washington, right between the White House and the Congress Capitol building. So we will be doing that, and the National Press Club event, slated to be about 2 hours. We will be presenting an enormous amount of new evidence and information from some of the nearly 800 top secret military and intelligence witnesses we have. In the last 2 months, we have had about 60 new whistleblowers come into the Disclosure Project. 60, not.
Hey, I don't understand why. I don't understand the hate. I don't. I mean, did you hear what he just said? 60 new whistleblowers that are going to be at the new. What is wrong with what he's doing? This is legit. This isn't Corbell. This is real. This isn't CE5. This is Disclosure Project Part 2. You know what I mean? This is some serious bullshit. Come on, man. You know I'm sitting here too. I'm thinking the same, like, come on, guy. But then when Greer says 60 whistleblowers, okay, that can't be a lie. How would it be a lie when all those names are going to be, are they? I don't know if they're all going to be given out. I don't know. I almost said something. I don't know how that's going to pan out. But if all 60 do not give their names, oh man, that would be weird. I wouldn't like that at all. I'd be like, is he paying 60 actors to say they're whistleblowers? How do we verify who one of these whistleblowers are? There's a lot of questions, which it'll be interesting if I'm there those days. I don't know how I would be able to stay alive. I guess I will. I guess I'll manage. But that's in June. 2 months away. It's going to go fast. But anyway, you guys are like ripping him apart, and all the guy wants to do is bring people to the forefront and talk and give their stories and tell you that how can all 60 whistleblowers be bullshit, be a con. When I look into Greer's eyes, I don't believe him. I see something like at this right here. You know what I see when I look at that? I see him as a child, and it's almost as if he has this look on his face like, why don't you believe me? That's my toy. I would not lie. Why are you mad at me? He looks defeated when I see him. I know I paused it. You can pause it anywhere, right? And you can get any kind of reaction if you keep just going frame to frame. But I see what you see. Everybody does. So we take it with a grain of salt. But then we look at the evidence, the whistleblowers that he's going to bring in. And I bet you we're going to be impressed. I bet you you're not going to feel stupid for saying anything. I will. I'm the one who says it out in public. I'm rooting for Greer to do the right thing. That's what I'm doing. I'm rooting for Greer that we don't have to hear about talking to aliens during this process. I have faith that Greer will talk about CE5 eventually. And if he does, that's going to make a lot of whistleblowers go, wait a minute, I thought this guy was serious. Well, wait a minute. Now, a whistleblower can't be saying that because you're about to tell the world you saw a UFO. So if Greer says he can talk to UFOs by means of, beep, meditating, that's just as wild as your UFO report, Mr. Whistleblower. So let's calm down. All right? Somebody has to be the messenger. It's Greer. Why do you hate him so much? Yeah, it's hard to trust him. It is. It's hard. He knows what we think. He's not stupid. He said it. I've heard him say it. And he talks about it. He goes, oh, I know what people say. If you watch the movie, he knows. Everybody's out to get him. Everybody's always out to get everybody in this field. That sucks too, because he might be on to something. This is his last go. I'm telling you. After this, you better... I know you're watching him closely, but he's not a bad guy. He's on our side. He really is. As strange and as odd as it sounds, Greer's on the right side. His side.
60. So this is, of course, a huge undertaking because we have to vet them. I have to interview them.
The 60 whistleblowers. We got to vet them and ba-ba-da-ba-da, he's saying.
Willing to come to Washington and give classified testimony, we have to arrange for them to come. And we're trying to see which of those might be willing to come out publicly at the National Press Club.
There goes the finger in the ear. Which one of them want to go out publicly? He already knows. He already has the answers. That's why a finger went in the ear. Oh, we have to find out which one of these will want to go and, go publicly. Oh, was that, what, did I have lasagna? I don't know. Smell this. Every time he lies, he puts that finger in his ear. I'm telling you, I'm right. I am so right. I am so right. I can't be wrong. Watch.
And we're trying to see which of those might be willing to come out publicly at the National Press Club event. Now, it
wasn't a big lie, but he did the lip lick at the end. Did you see the lip lick? The lick lip? One more time for the kids that are new.
Testimony, we have to arrange for them to come. And we're trying to see which of those might be willing to come out publicly at the National Press Club event. Now, there's something in between the two that's happening, and I can only speak tangentially about it.
Tangentially? Jesus, what kind of word is that? From UFO Jesus.
We have had a meeting in the past week with senior people in the Congress who have green-lighted an open hearing on the subject, not a classified hearing.
Wait, why? Hold on. Why? I mean, what did he say?
Last week with senior people in the Congress who have...
Sorry.
Now, there's something in between the two that's happening, and I can only speak tangentially about it. But we have had a meeting in the past week with senior people in the Congress who have green-lighted an open hearing on the subject, not a classified hearing, on a key and relevant committee. Now, this is in the early discussion stages.
Open carry? Guys, what is he talking about? Come on. I think he explained it, but I don't know what that means. Open carry?
Your people in the Congress who have green lighted an open hearing on the subject, not a class.
Oh, an opened hearing. It's just he swallowed his words. An open hearing. He just kind of had too much. Okay, you're right, John.
On a key and relevant committee. Now, this is in the early discussion stages. It needs to happen, and it needs to happen, I think, in the next 6 months. We'll see if that can be made.
Why? Why does it need to happen? Tell us why. Why does it need to happen in the next 6 months? If he doesn't say why, he's just talking.
Reality. The National Press Club event that we need everyone to tune into, support, come to, only 500.
Oh, I know why. It's April, right? May, June, July, August, September, October. They vote in November, right? Isn't there a vote? Isn't something happening? Something in November is probably happening. I don't know if a bill gets signed. I don't know.
People can fit in the National Press Club ballroom, but we have the big ballroom reserved.
Wow.
And what I'm hoping is that will create enough social support, political cover for the couple of dozen key members of Congress, Senate and House, interested in the subject to very boldly move forward out of a classified process where the public is not informed.
A couple of dozen of reporters? Holy shit.
And by the way, most of Congress isn't informed.
Isn't that what he said? Hold on. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just go.
To a very open hearing process. We've been calling for that for, as you know, for 30 years. It has never happened in the history of the United States. Every time it starts to happen, it gets hijacked by members of this covert.
But you know what? You know what sucks? These are people who worked in the government. These are government whistleblowers. They're not civilians. Maybe now that they're retired, but once you work for the government, doesn't matter. When are the civilians going to get their chance to be heard on a national stage? When? When do we get that chance? Do you know I've been waiting for years to see a regular guy get on Tucker Carlson and talk about UFOs. It's Nick Pope, it's Corbell, it's Elizondo, it's John Ratcliffe, it's Taylor, it's Gary Nolan, it's Nick Pope, Richard Dolan. But no real boots on the ground UFO researchers. Not a fucking one. Not a one. I'm so mad right now. I am going to make another video to all news outlets. Stop blowing Public Joe off. Let's bring back Public Joe for UFO. Public Joe for UFO. I'm going to be Public Joe. Man, when I go out to California, to Washington, I better do this. I better get prepared, make some signs, and be seen. I have got to get on TV when I'm down there. I've got to do it. And I know if I'm hanging out with the Cousins brothers, they've got plans to do stuff that'll give me the opportunity, since I would have driven myself. I can drive anywhere to do anything, stand on a corner, release the UFOs for talk to, UFO average Joe. I don't know. Goof on. I don't know if I want to go with that either. But I have to. That's who we are. That's why I'm going. to Washington, not only to hang out with the Cousins brothers and maybe Greer and see them work their magic and make a movie, but it's also to be seen on mainstream media. That I want to be seen protesting. I want some news outlet there. I think I'm going to be able to do it. I may have to call ahead. Maybe I'll do that. There's got to be a way to bring it. Look at what Anjali did. Remember when Anjali said she called all the media outlets to come out and meet her for her national press conference? Remember, nobody showed. It was just people walking by and her crew and her blankets. Yeah, and then she hovered in on a what was it? Wheelchair. Anjali. What a problem. Man. Talk about mental issues. Whew. Man. Speaking of, it's time. I can't believe I looked up and it said 9 p.m. Until tomorrow. That brings us to a close here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything, because you guys are extremely generous. Thank you so much for supporting the show. The what are you called? The moderators and super chatters, thank you very much for your time, your support, and everything you do. I really appreciate it. And the newcomers and the veterans as well. Just having a good time in the chat room. That's all we like to see. So have some fun. Thank you for that. And we always try to bring it. Well, we do every day. We bring truthology. Truthology for ufology. And, we'll be back tomorrow. Today's show went fast. Man, did I do a lot of talking or what? I normally don't talk that much. Do I? Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to bring people on. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. As long as you guys are okay, we'll keep doing the show. Now. And, I'll tell you tomorrow. All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Mucho gusto, generoso, everybody. I love you guys, man. That was awesome night. And alien bless.
Warning. Control life. Warning. Control life. Warning.
Unidentified flying object.
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.